Straight ahead on WBKB, a new warning about one of the COVID-19 vaccines, plus a local task force gets some outside help, and a huge win for one Alpena business. We have all the details. You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Stewart. The FDA has issued a new warning about one of the coronavirus vaccines used in the U.S. Meanwhile, new COVID cases are on the rise as the Delta variant continues its spread. Natalie Brand has the story.
As the U.S. pushes to increase vaccination rates, a new warning from the FDA that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine may be linked to a very rare neurological disorder known as Guillain-Barré syndrome.
People with viral and bacterial infections can get an autoimmune reaction against the nerves in their body. And it happens occasionally with vaccines. It happens with flu vaccine, shingle vaccine, to very, very rare events.
The FDA says it has seen 100 preliminary reports of Guillain-Barré out of nearly 13 million people who received the one-dose J&J shot. 95 of those cases required hospitalization. One person died. Johnson & Johnson says the chance of having this occur is very low, and we strongly support raising awareness of the signs and symptoms of rare events.
We have the treatments for it. The key is to identify it early. And with this warning, we will do that.
The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines have not been found to have a similar risk for that complication, and doctors are still urging unvaccinated Americans to get their shots to protect against the fast-spreading Delta variant.
It is spreading more efficiently, that it is spreading in pockets that are unvaccinated, and it's causing a lot of disease and a lot of stress.
The largest increase is happening in some southern and western states.
Missouri, Arkansas, Nevada, Utah, Florida have seen more activity than other parts of the country.
CDC Deputy Director Jay Butler says more than 99% of all new cases are in people who are completely unvaccinated. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Governor Whitmer makes a historic investment in public schools Tuesday. The governor signed the school aid budget into law this afternoon. The bill finalizes the fiscal year 2022 school aid budget, which totals $17 billion. The governor says the legislation eliminates the funding gap between schools and increases access to preschool. She signed the budget into law in front of students, educators, and administrators. We will have more on this story tonight at 11. Now here's meteorologist Ellie Morrison with a first check of the weather. Ellie.
Sherry, we needed our umbrellas earlier in the day, but we can leave them either in the car or in the closet for the rest of this evening and overnight. We are now seeing conditions drying out throughout northeast Michigan. Still kind of a gloomy scene with overcast skies, but the rain has really begun to come to an end over most of the area. We had rain, even some downpours earlier, not a whole lot happening currently. Mostly cloudy, 74 degrees in Alpena, 70 and cloudy in Oscoda. Tonight, temperatures heading into the 60s. We'll have early morning temperatures near 60, rising to the 70s in the morning. Quite warm and humid tomorrow. Highs near 85 degrees. We'll talk about when our next round of rain is going to move in, coming up later in the newscast.
Thank you, Ellie. We'll see you shortly. Alpena Township Board of Trustees welcomes the help of an experienced tourist to assist with the fire department's restructuring. The board and members of the task force spoke with Rhino Schultz, a native of South Africa. He and his family are in Alpena for a long-term visit. Schultz says after seeing the news about the fire department, he felt he could lend his experience to help the community.
I come from a background of nonprofit organizational development. So I have 15 years plus experience in working in large nonprofit organizations, I also have some academic background as to the subject. I've just finished my master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology.
The task force says meetings so far have been positive. The board expressed their gratitude as Schultz is willing to assist for free. The Michigan Supreme Court rejects a request to push back deadlines for drawing new district maps. Secretary of State Joycelyn Benson and the Independent Citizen Redistricting Commission petitioned the court for more time. They cited a delay in census data as their reason, but the court has rejected that argument. The Michigan Republican Party says they agree with the court, and the commission has ample time and resources to complete its task.
They started petitioning the court months ago, 9-10 months before there was even the possibility of them missing a deadline. And I think that was part of the court's decision was you haven't violated a deadline yet, so why are you seeking relief?
It's not yet clear what the new congressional maps will look like. Based on preliminary census data, Michigan will lose a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives. This means Michigan will lose a vote in the Electoral College. Many industries continue to bounce back from the pandemic, but one industry which made the Hot 50 Michigan jobs list is pleading for employees. Mid-Michigan College Representative Scott Govitz says they projected job openings through 2028. Govitz says now is a good time to take advantage of their 3-week truck driving program. He says students receive a Class A license and learn to drive big rigs. Govitz explains what part of the program looks like.
They'll learn to do backing up and things like learning about diesel engines and making turns and degrees and about the brakes and auxiliary systems and a whole lot of important safety and efficient operation techniques.
Once completed, students move on to the 3rd week, which is hands-on road training. Govitz says there's a number of reasons why there's so many truck driving jobs. He shares a few.
We're dealing with an aging population and an aging workforce, and this is one of those workforces that's affected just like so many others. The opportunity for individuals to enter that industry is also affected.
He says the salary ranges from $32,000 to $50,000 a year. Govitz says programs at Mid-Michigan begin every 2 weeks. For more information, you can visit our website at wbkb11.com. One Alpena business is about to embark on a new venture, and it involves a major retail chain. WBKB's Tiffany Maddox has the story.
Many small businesses want to have the chance to put their products in a major retail store just like Walmart, including one Alpena business who may get that chance through a program that the national retail chain offers. It's no longer an if, it's now a win.
It worked out well for us. We got a deal that day, so we'll be hitting Walmart shelves hopefully by the 4th quarter of this year.
Alpena's own Speedy Blaze has made its way through Walmart's open call, with the company's fire kits earning a spot on the national retail chain's camping department shelves.
Speedy Blaze is a 100% recycled product. We remove actually almost 2 pounds of material that would otherwise end up heading for a landfill.
The local fire kit company, who's been in operation since 2015, was inspired by Hubbard's grandfather. Walmart's open call allows small businesses to pitch their U.S.-made products, promoting U.S. manufacturing and the creation of jobs.
At Walmart, we believe supporting products made, grown, or assembled in the U.S. and American jobs make sense for our customers, our communities, and our company. In fact, more than 85% of customers tell us that it's important that retailers have products that are made or assembled in the United States.
Walmart is the acid test as far as a consumer product. When you get on the shelves at Walmart, I mean, it pretty much signifies that you're on the right track.
Regardless of how a business places in the open call, all participants are eligible to sell their products on Walmart's online platforms, like Walmart or SamsClub.com. Reporting in Alpena, Tiffany Maddox, WBKB News.
Thanks for that, Tiffany. More than 900 small U.S. businesses pitched their plans in Walmart's open call. Currently, Speedy Blaze products are sold in more than 20 states. More news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, video from a taker fire that shut down part of a major freeway downstate Monday. And meteorologist Ellie Morrison has your 7-day forecast next.